All right. What's going on, y'all? What's going on? We are about to get started. Sorry that I'm a little bit late. Been running a little bit late today. I don't know if anybody is in Atlanta or heard about the craziness that's going on with the weather right now, or what they say is going to happen is going to snow. So I've been moving around a lot. So about to bring up the presentation. I'm gonna give people a couple minutes to come in. Then we're gonna go ahead and get started. So today is going to be the Achieve More Playbook, your roadmap to business success. What we're going to be going over today is basically I'm going to give you a full-fledged step-by-step guide, an example with examples. I know I've been talking about it, a lot and giving hypotheticals and stuff like that, but we're going to go through a step-by-step and basically get you guys ready and set for the next webinar we have on Monday. Hey, Tina, how you doing? How you doing? And I'm also say everybody who has emailed already to be a part of the free 12-week program, I think we have 1 or 2 more slots available. So if you are interested in being and getting the free 12-week program, the Achieve More Playbook program, I think it's 1 or 2 slots. All you have to do is just email me. Anybody that's already emailed, you guys are good. I haven't been able to send out emails. Like I said, today's been a little bit crazy. Been running around trying to get prepared for this snowstorm that we're supposed to have. I'm one of the people that doesn't believe it. I've been in Atlanta for 30 years, and we've only had snow maybe 5 or 6 times. So if it happens, me and my son will be outside throwing snowballs. But if it doesn't, we'll at least be prepared with some food. But give me a couple of minutes. I'm gonna let people kind of trickle in here. I'm about to get the presentation set up, and then we'll get started. So give me just a couple minutes. I was on mute that whole time. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I was saying that I finally got it up. I'm about to pull it up right now. But I appreciate everybody that's on the live right now. Pam, Tina, thank you guys for commenting and being on the live. If you're on the live, go ahead and put a comment. Let us know you're here. And then I'm about to pull up the presentation. Let's get started. All right, here we go. Share screen. There we go. All right. So, can y'all hear me now? Cool. All right. So, like I said, this is the second installment to Hey Tiffany. Thank you for hopping in the live. This is the second installment of the Achieve More program that we've been breaking down. It's going to be 3 webinars. This is the second one. The first one, we basically talked about time blocking, mastering your day, mastering your schedule. Today, we're going to go through the complete roadmap of how to do the Achieve More Playbook. And what we do with the Achieve More Playbook, we take a lot of the 40X, which is the 4 disciplines of execution, and we implement that in ways that entrepreneurs can implement that for their business goals, their aspirations that they have for their business to get to the next level. So really, really amazing stuff. I use this on a daily basis. help Jazz use it, and now I want to give it to you guys and help you guys use it to build your business and to get to that next level. So I'm really, really excited to go over this today. And like as always, you guys are my energy. Like I said, it's 9 p.m. here, so it's a little bit later for me. So when I get to this point, like I run low on a little bit of energy, but when I start talking to y'all, I get a little bit more energy. What's the email? Pam said, "What's the email?" They have been working on the internet in our area for about 4 days now. Hopefully, mine doesn't go out again. Okay, I will put in a banner. I'll put my email. Matter of fact, I'll put the email in the comments. Give me 1 second, and just go ahead and say that you're interested in the 12-week program in the email, and then I'm gonna send you a link to do your to book your consultation, and then we'll go from there. And I'm actually thinking about doing what's known as, well, as you're about to see when we go through this playbook, there's a weekly session that you're supposed to have with yourself every week. And that is where you break down, your goals and what you did this week and the activity that you put in. A lot of this is predicated off of activity that you put in to reach your goals. So I've been thinking about doing a weekly session that's basically a live session with everybody, just like an accountability. Tina, it's completely free. It's free. So this has been an exclusive opportunity for everybody that comes on the lives. I want to offer it to you guys for free, and we'll go through this process together. It's a 12-week program. I want to see you guys reach your business goals. So I'm gonna help you do that and break down this methodology here. But yeah, I've been thinking about doing an Achieve More huddle, where it's basically gonna be us getting on live 30 minutes or more for anybody that's available. And it's an accountability team. It's an accountability community. We'll be talking to each other, explaining about what's going well with the program, what's not going well, how we can better, time block our day, just everything that's evolving around getting to that next goal. So I've been thinking about doing that. So I might expand that 5-person consultation, and just whoever emails me, everybody will get access to that huddle. And we'll do that. I want to say Sunday, because I do my wig sessions on Sunday, which is my wildly important goal sessions, where I go over all this information. But we're going to call it the Achieve More Huddle. And it's going to be a community of us, just accountability partners, to make sure everybody basically gets to that next level. We're going to do this together. So thinking about that. So if you are interested, I put the, let me go ahead and I'll show it on the screen. I put my email here. So this is my email. Just go ahead and send me an email. I'll send you a link. I'll also send you a link to the live if you aren't one of the 5 that gets the free consultation. I think I have 2 more slots, either 1 or 2 more slots, because I think I saw 4 people email. But haven't been able to get to that today with all the snowstorm craziness. But that's neither here nor there. We're about to move on, and we are going to get to our presentation for today. So the Achieve More Playbook, your roadmap to business success. All right, I'm about to make this the full screen here. All right, so this is basically the Achieve More Playbook. We're going to set clear goals for your business. We're going to track key activities, and we're going to measure progress. So when we say set clear goals for your business, we're going to begin by identifying what your wildly important goal is. And if you've been on these webinars, I've said it over and over again: wig session, this is what it is. It's a wildly important goal. And it's the single most crucial objective that will make the biggest difference for your business. So a wig should be clear, should be measurable, it's time bound, it's helping you focus your energy on what truly matters. Once your wig is set, you can determine the specific activities or lead measures that will drive your progress toward achieving it. So basically, we're going to be hyper focusing on our business. We're going to be hyper focusing on the goal that we have for our business. So if you're sitting down and you're thinking about the business that you're in right now, you can pinpoint that really clear goal that, if you tune everything out and just really get this done, then you'll be able to take your business to the next level. A lot of people, including me at some point before I started doing this, we would kind of shy away from that goal because it seems big, it seems hard to get to, seems like it's going to be a lot of work, but in all actuality, it's not really that much work. We just have to focus on getting there. We have to break it down, and we have to focus on getting there. So the first part of the Achieve More Playbook is set clear goals for your success. So we just explained that. So the next part is going to be track key activities. Now, these key activities, these are called lead measures. These are actionable, controllable activities that directly influence your wildly important goals. So the actionable and controllable activities that directly influence your wildly important goal. And what we mean by that is it has to be a activity that is going to move the needle to get towards that goal. If it doesn't move the needle at all, if it's a side quest, or if it's something out of the way and not directly aligned with that wildly important goal, then this wouldn't be a lead measure for you. So we're focusing on what you can do to drive results. They are predictive, impacting outcomes, and influenceable within your control, such as making 10 client calls daily to boost sales. Track lead measures ensures alignment, provides real-time feedback, and builds momentum towards achieving your goals. So when it says influenceable, when it says it's in your control, I'm not gonna lie. If I sometimes it gets to that point where you got to make these 10 calls, who you got to make the calls to, but you'll sit there and say, ah, man, you know what? Let me go pack these customer orders real fast, or let me go sit down for 30 minutes and then I'll go make the calls, or you'll only make 2 calls instead of 10 calls. So this is what we're talking about with these key activities and these influenceable activities, which are lead measures that's going to influence your wildly important goals. If you got to make 10 calls per day, if you set that as your lead measure, then that's the milestone, that's the marker that you have to hit every day to get to that wildly important goal. And that's a part of the Achieve More Playbook. So after that part would be to measure your progress. So we're doing all this activity, and what we're doing it for is we're gathering that data at the same time. So we're not just doing our activity blindly. We're not just saying, oh, we're going to do the activity and we're going to hope and pray that, we get to the goal. No, we're going to track all of this. We want to make sure that the activity that we're putting in is actually moving the needle, actually getting there to the wildly important goal. If it's not getting there, then we need to reassess. And that's what your weekly WIG session will be all about, is you're tracking that data, you're seeing the data, you're seeing how much activity you're putting in, and then you're comparing that to what your goal is. How close am I to the goal? If I made these 10 client calls this week and I only closed 1 deal, and I've been trying to do that every week, and my goal is to close 2 deals, and I know that 10 calls isn't enough. Maybe I need to double it up. Maybe I need to make 20 calls this week to get to my my 2 deal goal. So it's stuff like that that we're doing, that we're trying to basically hyper focus on, so we can get to that next step in your business. So measuring progress, we're establishing meaningful metrics to track your performance and using the Achieve More scoreboard. So I do have a template, which is the Achieve More scoreboard. I'll be showing you guys that this evening as well, so you can get a good look at what that looks like. But we use the Achieve More scoreboard to monitor progress in 12-week intervals. This approach provides actionable data for each quarter, allowing you to measure how your business is growing through your activities and make informed, data-driven decisions for consistent growth. So the best way to actually complete your goals and get to that point, get to that next level, is to track your progress. If you don't know exactly what you're doing in terms of your activity and how that's actually influencing getting to your goal, then there's no reason in doing it. There's no cool way of saying that. There's no different way of saying that. There's no reason in doing it if you don't know exactly how it's influencing getting to that next level. So set clear goals for your business. You're tracking key activities, and you're measuring your progress. This is all the Achieve More Playbook. We want to achieve more in our business in order to get to that next level. So let's go to this next slide. So this is what I mean by when I say we're going to be doing examples today. So what is your WIG? Every session, every webinar that we've done, we've done this. So if you've been here for multiple sessions, or if you've been at the other 2 or 3, I think this is the 3rd one I've done, but this is the 2nd one in this program that we're doing. So if you've been here before, you should already have a WIG, or you should at least know what you're going towards for your WIG. So a wildly important goal, like we said, is the single most critical objective that drives your success It focuses your energy on what matters most, ensuring meaningful and measurable progress. So, what is your wig? So we define what a wig is. What is yours? If you had, you should have a pen and paper out right now because I want you to write this stuff down. Pam, this is your first one. Amazing. Great. I'm glad this is your first one. Please get some paper. Please get a pencil. I want you to write this stuff down. Every webinar that you come to with me on it, we're going to be writing. We're doing work every time. Every time we're doing some work. I want everybody to be as productive as possible when it comes to these because I don't do a lot of the rah-rah. I'm not a rah-rah person, but I do like to get results. So, and the best way that we could do that is if we collaborate together and we do it together. So, Pam, you already ahead of me. Great. That's great. She said, I love taking notes. If you were on I think, did we do this live yesterday? Either, I think it was yesterday. It was me, Jazz, and Nick from Quill. I would highly suggest go look at that live because it's a note-taking app called Quill. And I think Jazz gave I forgot what the actual coupon was, but it's a 3-month coupon where you get it for free. So go take a look at that live and you can get that free app where it takes notes for you and it transcribes it, puts it in, it breaks it down, all that stuff. It's an amazing app that we've partnered with. Great. All right, let's move on to the next one. So we're going to build this out. We're building out your wildly important goal. So let's identify the single objective. Determine the one goal that will have the greatest impact on your business. Make it SMART. So if anybody has ever heard of SMART goals, it's specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. Align with the long-term vision. Ensure your wig aligns with your organization's overall strategic plan and desired future state. Number 4, limit to one wig. Focus on a single wig to maximize your results and avoid getting distracted. And then number 5, determine lead measures. Identify daily or weekly actions within your control that will drive progress towards your wig. So the wig that I'm starting off with right here, this is the example. And like I said, it's a step-by-step guide. So I'm going to give you an actual example. We're going to increase monthly revenue by 25% within the next 12 weeks. So what I want you to really focus on is saying we're going to increase our monthly revenue. So you know exactly what we're going to do by 25%. So we got an actual measurable goal. This is achievable as well. We know if we put we know if we put activity into this, we can achieve 25%. Now, if we said something like 200% or 500%, you know, that's a little wild. But 25%, that's something that we can achieve. And then it's within the next 12 weeks. So we got a time limit, a time frame of how we're going to break this down to get to that 25%. So in your wig, it should have all of these key factors. It should be very specific. So the specific part about this wig is it's increasing monthly revenue. So it's our monthly revenue. That's specific. The measurable part, 25%. Is it achievable? We're giving ourselves enough time. It's not a crazy percentage to raise your revenue, and it's very relevant to the business. And it's within the next 12 weeks. It's time bound. All right. Does anybody have any questions about this, about building your wildly important goal? Anybody have any questions, confused by any part? Hopefully this is the simple process. This is the part that is probably the most important. I do know there's a lot of people, especially when I started my business in 2019. I started my first business, my first official business, which was Fresh Kicks Market. So it was a sneaker trade show where I'm a sneakerhead. I got tons of sneakers in my closet right now, and I took my love of sneakers and I wanted to basically have events and throw events and have vendors and resellers and everything like that come out and basically buy, sell, and trade sneakers. But one thing I didn't actually do when I was creating all that is pinpoint a goal and actually stick to it. And the problem is why that business was so hard to do is because I was all over the place with it. I was doing everything. I was doing events, and then I was doing events with other people, and then I was trying to, buy sneakers for the events, and I was just doing a whole bunch of different stuff instead of focusing on what was essentially going to push that business forward in itself. So It takes a lot. It takes a whole lot to do an event-based business. And when you're trying to do 1,001 different things at one time, that's how the business crumbles. Pam, she says, I'm wanting to open a brick and mortar, so I have a lot of goals I need to achieve. So where do I start? That's a very good question. So basically you need to break down what it's going to take for you to get to a brick and mortar. So the brick and mortar is the top spot. So we know you want to get to a brick and mortar. So there has to be milestones in between getting to that brick and mortar, whether it be if you have to put down a down payment. So if there's a down payment for the brick and mortar that you have to do, I would make that my first wildly important goal. I would start there. If it's a certain amount of monthly customers that you have to hit, then I would start at that. I wouldn't start at just I'm getting the brick and mortar, because that's the biggest part of it. So the first webinar we did, the metaphor was, how do you eat an elephant? So in the metaphor, I would consider the brick and mortar to be the elephant. And in the metaphor, it says, how do you eat an elephant? It's one piece at a time. So I would break this down all the way to its finest point. And each milestone, I will make each milestone my wildly important goal. Great. So Pam is online. Great. So let's go ahead and move to the next part. All right. So this is one of the visuals that's straight out of the book, and the book is called 4 Disciplines of Execution. This is where I learned this model. This is where I took a lot of some of the methods that they had in this to build my own basically way, because it's really, the 40X model is really made for corporations, businesses, big businesses, where they take teams and they're trying to reach a goal, so they implement it into team oriented style. So I was like, I mean, I'm still reading this book, but I'm an entrepreneur, solopreneur at this point, basically. So how can I implement this for myself? So a lot of the methods and stuff like that is derived from 40X, but this is one of the visuals that's in there directly. And it really spoke to me because, like I said, my first business was Fresh Kicks Market. And I probably started off with the 11 to 20 goals. That's what I was doing. And if you could tell, it says goals you achieve with excellence. So that means if I have 11 to 20 goals, how many of these I achieve at the same time? Because I'm juggling so many different things, I end up achieving none of them because I don't have any more bandwidth left. I don't have enough of myself to give to achieve the goal. And as you go down, you go to 4 to 10. If you got 4 to 10 goals, then you might achieve 1 or 2. But if you break it down all the way to 2 or 3 goals, then you have a very good chance of achieving 2 to 3 goals. So that's in my progress. I was like, okay, maybe all of these things I don't need to be doing at the same time. Maybe I need to do this first big thing right here, or maybe I need to do these first couple of goals that are really, really big to me. I need to focus on these and cut all the noise from all the other stuff and make sure I focus on these right here. Because once you get up to the 4 to 10, then the 11 to 20, you're done for it. You're done for it. And I mean, that's what I do. And we go through this thing where we're like, oh, we're just multitasking. We can multitask. I'm one of those people that don't think multitasking is a thing anymore. I don't think that's possible anymore. I don't consider that a thing anymore. I'm one at a time at this point because I've seen a lot of success going one at a time. Me trying to multitask, you end up being burned out, or you just lose interest in what you're doing because it's not fun anymore. It's a job at that point. The love that you have for it is gone. So I really want you guys to look at this visual and understand that if you are the person that has 11 to 20 goals and you're finding it very hard to achieve things, this is why. The percentage of you achieving any of those is very, very low, almost to zero. But if you keep breaking it down, if you keep breaking down and chopping down those goals, you get to 4 to 10, you might achieve 2. You get 2 to 3, you might achieve all of them. And it's not to say don't have a lot of goals. I don't want to be that person to tell you, hey, don't have a lot of goals, like knock all those goals. I'm just saying put them in a folder, and they're going to be there. Pick two or 3 out of it, or matter of fact, I would say just start with 1. I started with just 1. And my first one was to get a cybersecurity job. What I used this for when I originally started with this thought process and this method was to get a cybersecurity degree. Not a degree, cybersecurity certification, and I ended up getting it in all of 4 months. Now I'm at cybersecurity plus. I'm at the next level, so I'm still using it. It's still a part of my wigs. It's still my number one wig. Then I have 2 more. Yes, Pam, learning to prioritize the goals. Yes, yes. Matter of fact, what's gonna make you the most money right now? What's gonna push your? We're in business to make money. We are. That's what business is for. It's an exchange of value. So if you're in your business to make money, what is going to push your business to the next money to the next level to make as much money as possible? That's the most important part. Are you done? All right, we're going to go to the next. All right. So, like Pam said, we're learning to prioritize the goals that matter most. So we're starting with the goal that matters the most. We're going to pinpoint that one goal that will make the greatest impact in your business. So the reason why we have this this visual right here is because it's measurable. All of these collide: measurable, time bound, and specific. Grow monthly revenue from 40,000 to 50,000 by the end of the quarter. Notice how we got even more specific. At first, it was increased monthly revenue by 25% by I think it was February where it had on there. But now we've gotten even more specific to where we're saying grow monthly revenue from 40,000 to 50,000 by the end of the quarter. Give me 1 second, guys. 1 second. I apologize. If anybody got little kids, they running around, they doing their own thing. And especially since he's off tomorrow, he's doing his own thing right now. So hopefully I get a hour of quiet time. That's what I'm trying to get from him. But back to what I was talking about. We got even more specific. We broke it down to an actual number. So if we have a monthly revenue of 40,000, we're growing it by 25% to 50,000 by the end of the quarter. We know that we have, let's say this is January. The end of the quarter would be March. So I know exactly how many weeks we're in the second week of January. I know that I have 10 more weeks to get to 50,000. So I can break that number down into how many thousands how much revenue do I need to get per week? What goal do I need to get per week, per day to get to this by the end of the quarter? So that's the goal that we're trying to get to. But the most important thing is we're starting with the goal that matters most. All right, so now we're determining our lead measures. In the chat, does everybody have their wildly important goal? Does everybody have their lead measure? Are you on your lead measures? And what we say in our lead measures are our actionable steps. These are our actionable steps to getting to where we need to get to. So the example we have here, we're going to contact 20 potential clients each week. So we're going to reach out to new leads and prospects to build your sales pipeline and drive more opportunities. We're going to hold 10 product demos per month. Schedule and conduct product demonstrations to showcase your offerings and convert leads into customers. Then we're going to follow up with 5 previous leads daily. Maintain engagement with previous leads and nurture them through the sales process. So we got 20 calls that we need to make during the week. We need to hold 10 product demos per month. And then we need to follow up with 5 previous leads daily. This is all activity. Just imagine if you're putting this much activity into your business every week. You're not worried about the actual goal. We're not worried about the goal. We're worried about every week, am I contacting 20 new potential clients? Did I hit my goal? Did I hit my lead measure this week? Every month, did I do 10 product demos? So if I have to do 10 product demos, that means each week I need to at least do 2 to 3 each week to hit 10 by the end of the month. So at least 2 per week, because there's 4 weeks in a month. So that's 8. So at one of those weeks, I need to go above and beyond and do 3. So on those weeks, did I hit this goal? So you're basically taking away that big goal that you're looking at, that 40,000 to 50,000. You're taking that out of your mind. You're taking that money out of your mind. You're worrying about the activity that you're putting in right now. Did I follow up with 5 previous leads daily? So did I make those calls, 5 leads every day, hitting those 5 people up? If I have all that data and I'm putting in that activity, then I know for sure that I'm going to hit that goal by the end of the quarter because I've been putting in the activity. And every week at the end of the week, we're measuring to see what that activity is giving us. What kind of results is that activity giving us? Is it enough? It may not be enough. So then we have to reevaluate. Then we have to reevaluate our lead measures. But if it is, maybe it might be giving us more than enough. We might hit our goal before we even get to the end of the end of the quarter. So by focusing on these lead measures, you can actively drive progress and generate more sales opportunities. But see how we're not worrying about, hey, I need to make $10,000 by the end of this quarter. I'm not worried about the actual number amount. What I'm worried about is, am I hitting my lead measures every week? Am I hitting my lead measures every month to get to that number? The number is out of my mind. The only number that's in my head is my actual activity. So is everybody thinking about what their activity is, what their lead measure is going to be? Does anybody need help with building their lead measure or understanding what their lead measure could be? So for me, I'll put it into example. For me, I do it by task. How many tasks can I get done in my business? I know that if I get a certain number of tasks done for the goals that I have for my business, then Pam, okay, great, Pam, this send the email, send me the email. You'll be one of the people that's in the consultation. But yeah. For me, it's tasks. Every week, I need to hit a certain amount of tasks. So every month, my lead measure is 30 tasks done in my business. Every month, I get 30 tasks done, or at least, or more than that. I try to actually beat that every month because I know if I'm consistently hitting 30 tasks that I need to do in my business, each month my business goes to the next level. And Pam, if you need help now, put it in the chat and let me know exactly. I could probably help you now as well. Does anybody else need help or have any questions about their lead measures that they're writing down? I'm hoping everybody has a pen and paper. I'm hoping everybody's writing some stuff down. But if you do have, I already sent the email. Great. All right. So we're going to set that up. All right. So let's move on to the next slide. And this is how it should look. Notice how it's steady, measurable growth. So lead measures create the momentum that turns your efforts into measurable growth. Give me 1 second. My computer's acting a little bit funny. Give me 1 second, guys. All right, I was having problems with my internet, but I'm back up now. Back up now. I appreciate you guys' patience. So, from actions to results, these are the lead measures that create the momentum that turns your efforts into measurable growth. What we want to have is steady, measurable growth. Once you get the ball rolling, it's gonna be second nature to you. Every week, you're not even gonna be, like I said, you're not even gonna be worried about the actual lag measure, which is your goal. You're not gonna be worried about that one. You're just gonna be worried about hitting your leads because it's gonna be rolling. It's gonna be automatic for you at that point. And Pedro said, I've been trying to do things by myself and it hasn't worked out. Yeah, it's tough, especially being a business owner. You know, being a business owner, you have so much more. You have so much more that you're dealing with. In the other webinars, we talk about our whirlwind. Our whirlwind is the thing that you do every day, regardless. So the whirlwind is the stuff that you do regardless. So I'm a father. I'm a business owner. I had a 9 to 5 at the beginning of last year. It was a contracted position, so I'll have another one soon. So trying to do all those things at one time and run your business is difficult. It's not easy at all. So you need something structured. You need a way of structuring your goals outside of your whirlwind, which is the stuff that you do every day. So every day, I have to get my son ready for school. Every day I have to, get my regular work done, which is my day-to-day work done. Every day I do studying for the course that I'm in. And then after I package all that into my whirlwind, I set aside time at the end of the day to get my business goals done. And this is why we hyper focus on those business goals. And this is why we cut all the other stuff out. All the other stuff that doesn't move our business forward, we cut those things out because it's not going to move our business forward. So we're only worried about the actual goals that's going to move our business forward and get us to that next level. So this is what this is for. And Pam says she knows the truth. Is anybody else going through that? Is anybody else understanding that how hard that is and what this is supposed to? This is created for that exact reason right there. For people who feel like they don't have enough time, who feel like they can't get these tasks done, and all this, and feeling like, how am I supposed to get my business to the next level when I have all these other things? The whole purpose is you only may need an hour a day to knock out this stuff. If you had an hour a day every month, that's 31 hours that you're spending in your business every month. How much better would your business be? So that's 31 hours, and then let's put that into a quarter. That's 31 times 3. So what is that? That's 93. It's 93 hours that you put into your business every month or every quarter. It's a lot of hours. That's a whole lot of hours. Tina, we're going to help you out. Do not be discouraged. Do not be discouraged. Trust me. All we have to do is break it down. All we have to do is break down what your goal is and how to get there. And we're going to take the big goal out of your mind. We want to take that part out of your mind, and we want to focus on these tasks that we can do. We're going to focus on these lead measures. And then we're going to come together every week, and we're going to talk about it. Hey, how much of the lead measures did you get done? Now, worry about the big goal. If you didn't get the lead measures done, what stopped you from getting these lead measures done this week? And how can we get to a point where every week we're consistently hitting these lead measures so we can get to that big goal? Because we know the big goal is coming. We know the time frame that we have for it, and we know what we have to do to get there. Now we just have to worry about daily. This is what I need to do, not the big thing. So every day is not I'm waking up and we're going to take Pam's example of the brick and mortar. It's not every day we're waking up, I got to get the brick and mortar. No, not every day. We're not worried about that. Every day we're worried about the actual lead measure. Yes, Tina, it is very difficult. It is very difficult. I get it. Trust me. I get it. You are not alone in that. And like I said, I'm honestly thinking about creating a weekly, like I said, it's going to be the Achieve More Huddle, where we get together. We talk about these things. We try to help each other out. We talk about our lead measures. We talk about what worked, what didn't work. All of that. So we can get to this next level together. All right. So using the Achieve More scoreboard. So like I said, it's going to track performance in 12-week intervals. So if anybody, all of you are business owners, you understand what quarters are. Those are 3 months. There's 4 quarters in a year. Quarter 1 is January, February, March. Then you got quarter 2 is April, May, June. Quarter 3 is July, August, September, and quarter 4 is October, November, December. I almost forgot my year. I almost forgot my months. But yeah, it's in 12-week intervals to gain actionable data for each quarter. And the reason why we do it in 12-week intervals, so you can get a quarter worth of information, you can get a quarter worth of data saying this is how much activity I put in. This is, let's say you got an hour a day, like we said before. That's 31 hours. That's 31 hours a month. And you do that every month for a quarter. That's 93 hours. You got 93 hours worth of data on the activity that you put in your business. That's a lot of information. You can do a lot with that information and base what you need to do next quarter on that information to get better. So that's what this is for. Are your lead measures creating the desired results? This is what we're tracking. This is what we need to know. If you do that quarter by quarter, I promise you, if you understand the data from the quarter before and you go in the next quarter knowing this data and knowing how to make it better, there's no reason why you should go backwards at all. Adjust and refine as needed, and use the AMP scoreboard to track weekly activities and results. And like I said, I want to show you guys a template. I use Notion, so this template is built in Notion, and it tracks everything. It breaks it down. It's basically like your roadmap to putting your data into a place where it's structured, and you can go back and look at it and know what you need. So this is what I was talking about earlier, where I have weekly sessions where I do this myself. I do this actually myself, where every week I'm breaking it down. I'm seeing exactly what I need to do in order to get my business to the next level. How much activity did I put in this week? How much activity did I put in last week? What results did it breed from that? Do I need to adjust my strategy? You know, am I hitting my milestones? Am I celebrating milestones? And like I said, I did celebrate one milestone where I got my cybersecurity certification. And that's because I tracked every month. Okay, I did one course module. And the reason I was going after cybersecurity is so I can change my corporate career and then have enough to do my entrepreneurial career. So I was basically trying to, make that better in both aspects. So celebrating milestones is very, very important. Unless you know that this is working, unless you know that what you're doing, the results that you're getting is real and is going to propel you to keep going. If you're celebrating that you're doing these things and you're hitting your results, your mind's not going to stop, because you're going to get attracted to that dopamine hit in your mind. It's like, I just achieved this. Like, think of the last thing you achieved. How good did you feel? You're not going to want to give up that feeling. And yes, you do have to celebrate the small ones. And that in the like Pam said, you do have to celebrate the small ones, and that's what we do in the on the scoreboard. So it'll have a place of what went well this week, and you write in there, hey, this went well. I did really well. I got 8 tasks done this week. I think next week's gonna be really, really good. And that's your celebrating. That's you telling your mind, hey, we're going into next week with some motion. We know that next week, if we put in just a little bit more work, we're that much closer. We're gonna get this much more results. All right. So in the chat, answer this question for me. What would achieving your wildly important goal mean for your business? What would that mean for your business? Pam says she's celebrating getting on this live because this is going to boost me to keep going. Hey, we're celebrating with you, Pam. We all here. We all here. We're celebrating with you. Thank you for being here. Thank you for investing in yourself. This is investing time. I know a lot of people say time is money. It is not. Time is not money. You can get more money. You cannot get more time. Time is the most valuable asset that you have. Do not waste it. And right now, you decided to invest your time in being here and trying to understand how you can better have your time, how you could better use your time. That's amazing. That is amazing. That is amazing stuff. So what would achieving your wildly important goal mean for your business? I know for me, one of my wildly important goals is actually doing webinars. Trust me, guys, I didn't do webinars before this. I didn't do lives. Like Jazz got me into doing lives, and I was like, I'm kind of camera shy. I don't really know what I'm gonna talk about. So this is one of my wildly important goals, talking to you guys. Understand and being a part of this community and talking with you and trying to help you with this method and trying to help you guys reach the next level in your business. This is part of my wildly important goal. I'm telling you right now, it's in there. So just me being here is a result. Just us talking, us collaborating and talking right now, this is a result of one of my wildly important goals. So you're seeing an example of it right here in front of you. So just think about what that would mean for your business. Actually write that down. So if you have your wig at the top of your paper and you got your lead measures and all that, at the bottom, write down so you can see it. What would that mean what would this mean for me? Like Pam, what would it mean to have a brick and mortar for your business? What would that mean to you? Write that down. I think I should have checked this out because I said it last the last webinar, but I think the percentage that increases of your result happening if you write it down, I think it increases by 70% just from you writing it down. That's a crazy number. That's a crazy number. And I think I've been using that thought process for a long time, because if you come to if you see my office is notebooks full of just writing down stuff, time blocking, writing down goals, ideas. I got notebooks full of stuff. I just write down. If I have an idea, I'm writing it down. It's somewhere written down. So make sure you write that down, and you can visualize it and you can see it, and then it becomes reality. All right, so let's do a small recap. Recap what we just did. We did a lot today, and I hope this helped everybody. I hope everybody is understanding how they're going to get to this next level. What we did first, we identified what your most impactful goal was. We defined lead measures to drive those results. We're going to track the progress with the Achieve More scoreboard, and we're going to stay accountable with regular reviews. So with the identify your most impactful goal, we started by defining your most important and high impact objective that would drive meaningful progress. This will serve as the focal point of the roadmap to success. So this goal is your North Star. So if you ever get lost, you like, nah, if side projects come up and all this other stuff, nah, this goal is your North Star. If you ever get lost, you're like, okay, my wildly important goal is here. Is this going towards my wildly important goal? If it's not, all right, I can't do it right now. I can't focus on that right now. This is not a part of what I need to do. This ain't a part of where I'm headed right now. We define lead measures to drive results. So we establish a set of lead measures or key activities that would directly contribute to the achievement of your primary goal. These lead measures should be specific, actionable, and within your control. To be honest, all of this is in your control. We're really just setting up our minds to reach our goal, but we're doing it in a structured way. You just created your own roadmap today. That's amazing. You just created your own roadmap to get to your goal. If you didn't know how to get there, if you were lost on how you're going to get to that goal, you just created your own roadmap today. You know exactly what you need to do. You know what that goal is. You define the activities that's going to get to that goal. And now you're going to track the progress and see what the results are of you doing those lead measures every week, so you can get to the goal. And we're going to celebrate each milestone. We're going to make sure that we're celebrating ourselves. We're going to pat ourselves on the back. And we're going to stay accountable. We're going to have regular reviews, just to make sure that we're on the path that we set for ourselves. So track progress with the Achieve More scoreboard. Utilize a simple visual scoreboard to regularly monitor your progress against the defined lead measures. This will help you stay focused and motivated as you work towards your goal. And then we stay accountable. We commit to conducting regular reviews, whether weekly or monthly, to assess your progress, identify any obstacles, and make necessary adjustments to help you stay on track. So this is exactly what we just did. We created a whole roadmap to get to your goal. Matter of fact, you guys did it. All I did was facilitate. So this is a milestone in and of itself. If you felt like you were lost, in what you were doing, like you have a business, you don't know where to start. If you felt like you didn't know where to start, well, first thing, I got to get an LLC. What's all the tasks that I need to do to get an LLC? That's my wildly important goal. I hit all those tasks, boom, I got my LLC. I do a new wildly important goal for my business. And you just keep trucking just like that. Next thing you know, by the end of the year, you at a whole nother level than when you started at from the beginning. And that's the whole purpose of this. That is the whole purpose. All right. And I've been saying this throughout the whole time about this opportunity. First 5 people to email about my 12-week program will get it completely free. I'm almost sure that we got more than 5 at this point. So like I said, I'm going to introduce the Achieve More Huddle, and we're going to get together and we're going to do this all together. But I'm still going to meet with each person that emails me individually and help get started. That's the most important part, is getting started. All right, Pam and Tina been talking. What you guys talking about? Pam says she's done wasting time. A new year, new goals. Achieving it will mean that I stuck to it, finished it, and I know that I can achieve more. Yes, you can do it. This is for sure. This is for sure. Tina said it'll mean I've overcame the fear of starting something that'll change my life, investing in oneself. Very, I'm telling you, the time that you invest in yourself is the most valuable thing that you can do. And then you take that energy and then you invest it into your business. I can't wait to see what comes from this. To be honest, that's why I'm really excited about doing this Achieve More huddle, and getting this community together. People, this accountability community. That's what we're gonna call it. We're gonna be accountable for each other. We're gonna make sure each other stick to our goals. We're gonna get together. We're gonna talk about it, because you're not by yourself. That's one thing that entrepreneurship is very tough. It's tough, and it's really tough when you're not in a community of like-minded people, because the thought process that you have to be an entrepreneur is different than the natural mindset, especially from what regular society is trying to tell you. You go to school, you get a good job, you work at your job for however long, and then you good. Like, the mindset of an entrepreneur is a whole lot different, because there's a lot more risk involved. And then you try to talk to other people about that, and they might not understand that. So it's a little tough to, kind of navigate. And especially, you might feel like you by yourself. So getting in a community like this is very, very important as an entrepreneur. Tina said, no entrepreneurship, so I need someone to hold my hand. We're going to hold each other's hand. Nobody knows entrepreneurship 100%. I'll tell you that right now. And nobody's perfect at it. Even the people that you see at the very, very top, they're not even perfect at it. Trust me. Like, I study entrepreneurship when it comes to like the ebbs and flows of it. I mean, some of these stories that these entrepreneurs will tell you is wild. It's insane. You be like, oh, they went through that? Like, that's crazy. And you be like, yeah, like, they were at the bottom, and they had to work themselves up from here, or they failed at this many different businesses before they hit one that works. And it's like, you would never know. It would seem like it's overnight, but it was never overnight. They've been working at this thing for 20 years. They finally struck gold out of nowhere. So yeah, it's tough, but this is what this community is for. And I told you guys I'm gonna show you the Achieve More scoreboard. So let me pull that up real fast. Give me 1 second. Let's see. But yeah, I think this scoreboard is really going to help out a lot of people. I made this template for myself originally, and then I was like, you know what? I'm gonna make it a template that's accessible to everybody. Like I said, I use Notion for this, and Notion is basically like a workplace. I can't even. It's so much that you could do with it. I can't even really describe it. Let me see if it'll let me present this screen. Give me 1 second. Present, share screen. Yes. All right. So this is the Achieve More scoreboard. And like I said, I have stuff up here. This is an old one, I think. No, this might be the current one. I had to redo it, but these are my current wigs. So I got 3 wigs up here myself. And you can see I got my actionable, measurable goals, time bound, all that. But you got your lead measures versus your lag measures. You got your goal progress. It even has a progress bar here at the end. Like I said, I had to redo this one and start over because the last one kind of messed up. So mine's is blank right now. But I'll be doing a video on Sunday about me actually doing the first wig session that I have for this one. Then you have your weekly reflections right here. So what worked this week? What worked this week? What didn't work? What adjustments will I be making next week? So you'll write all that in here. Then you got your wig breakdown, lead measure tracker, Then we got wins and progress celebration. So this is what I was talking about. We celebrate each week in the wins that we have. So it's how many tasks you completed. Then after that, what you're celebrating. Yeah. So this is a full scoreboard. I'm gonna make this active for everybody. Hold on. Let me put this down. I'm gonna make that active for everybody. It's a template. Like I said, it's on Notion, so you have to get Notion. It's free as well to get Notion. So I'm gonna make a video also of how you can take that template and put it on your own Notion, so you don't have to buy it or anything like that. It'll be a free template that you can get just by being in the program. But yes, I appreciate everybody that was on the webinar this week on these webinars that we had this week. If you didn't catch all of them, they all are available for replay. You can go on Jazz's YouTube and see the replay. And then we have another one on Monday, and that's going to be about beating distractions and how to hyper focus on your time. So please make it to that one. We're going to go dive even deeper into how to beat distractions and how to focus more on these goals that we just made up. So if you already got this roadmap to success, you need to understand how to beat the distractions. So on Monday, that's what we're going to do. Pam, to answer your question, finishing my wig will mean I've achieved what I thought was impossible, which is breaking the generational curse. Man, that's amazing. Sounds amazing, Pam. That makes me feel really, really good. That makes me feel really, really good. That makes me feel really. I'm not gonna lie. I want to see you achieve that. We're gonna see you achieve that. This is happening. Yeah, we're definitely gonna see you achieve that. Because generational curses, those are tough to break. I mean, it's generational for a reason. And once that one person comes along and is like, nah, it stops here, that's a truly special person. And that's a special journey that you're on, because you might be the first person that's gonna move forward. She said, there's more. I'm just gonna write it all down. Yes, write it all down. Write every piece of it down. We're gonna break it down, and then we're gonna show the actionable steps on how to get there. If anybody has any more questions, anything they want to comment or say, put it in the comment section. Thank you, Pam. Thank you, Tina. You guys have really kept me alive, for this webinar. Like I said, today was a long day, so I was really excited that I got a chance to be here and talk with you guys and break this presentation down. But love to see you guys on Monday. If you are available, it's at 9. It's called Beating Distractions. So that's another one that we're going to be going. This is the third installment, the final installment to these 3 webinars. So we'd love to see you guys on Monday. And my email's on this page. If you have any questions, just email me. And yeah, I appreciate everybody, and I will see you guys on Monday. Peace out.